The Pittsburgh Steelers, as we sit right now, are in transition from the post-Ben Roethlisberger era. As we all know, Ben Roethlisberger was the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers from the year 2005 into 2021. With Ben Roethlisberger's time, he ended up getting into 3 Super Bowls, winning 2 back in 2006 and as well as in 2008. The Pittsburgh Steelers have made a couple of moves this offseason to help with that transition at the quarterback position. Before they drafted Kenny Pickett in the first round of this year's draft, they signed Mitchell Trubisky to a 2-year deal. And can Mitchell Trubisky be the quarterback that helps this team continue its success going into 2022 and further? But before I dive into that, make sure you guys leave this video a like, as that always helps this channel to grow and it beats the YouTube algorithm. And if you are not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button and notification bell so you will not miss any of the content that I post on this channel. But let's discuss Mr. Trubisky with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Without further ado, let's dive into it.
I'm striving to get rich. That's why I almost went 2 years without buying shoes and fits. Things change now. My mom hearing me wear my music and she look a little prouder.
The Pittsburgh Steelers franchise has been a model of consistency ever since Mike Tomlin took over after the Super Bowl championship season in 2005. The Pittsburgh Steelers under Mike Tomlin has yet to finish with the record under 500. And with this team heading into 2022, it is still set up to have some very good success. Whether you look on the defensive side of the ball, you add a guy like Myles Jack to pair with reigning Defensive Player of the Year TJ Watt, Cam Heyward, Minkah Fitzpatrick to go along with Devin Bush on your defense. And then you look on the offensive side of the ball for the Steelers, you had a very good wide receiver duo in Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool, and as well as the drafting of George Pickens and tight end Pat Freiermuth to go along with very good rookie running back, and he's going into year 2 with Najee Harris with Benny Snell Jr. as his backup. This Pittsburgh Steelers team is still a very good football team and is still going to be a very successful football team in 2022. The problem heading into this offseason for the Steelers was, what are they going to do at the quarterback position now that Ben Roethlisberger has officially made his announcement to retire? The first move that they made was to sign Mitchell Trubisky from the Buffalo Bills and formerly the Chicago Bears as well to a 2-year deal. The next move was drafting Kenny Pickett at a pick in the first round of this year's draft. They still have Mason Rudolph on the roster, but let's be honest, Mason Rudolph is, let's just say it, trash. They have Trubisky and they have Kenny Pickett going into this season. The question that needs to be answered is, can Mitch Trubisky be the successor, and can he be a guy that still has his Pittsburgh Steelers team afloat going into 2022? Now, if you guys are brand new to this channel, I am a die-hard Chicago Bears fan, and I've seen all of Mitch Trubisky's time as a starting quarterback in the NFL. If you guys are new, I've been one to say that a lot of his career with the Chicago Bears, and a lot of things that went on with his time with the Chicago Bears, was not solely Mitchell Trubisky's fault. Now, I'm not going to go into further and deep details into my thoughts on that. I have a video that covers his time with the Chicago Bears. I will leave the link in the description and as well as the cards. But to sum it up, he was a product of Bears bad management, some bad play, and as well as a bad system under Matt Nagy. Now, he went to the Buffalo Bills in free agency after the 2020 season, and he had a little bit of success in the preseason. But we all know Mitchell Trubisky did not see a lot of time due to him being the backup to Josh Allen. And he signed a 1-year deal in Buffalo, and heading into this 2022 offseason, there were a lot of teams that still believed that Mitchell Trubisky could be the guy for them going forward. And the Pittsburgh Steelers ended up taking that chance on him and signing him to a 2-year deal heading into this year. Mitch Trubisky has always been a quarterback that has been very mobile. He's always been a quarterback that is strong-armed. He's always been a quarterback that can have success if put in the right system. Now, me being a Bears fan and me seeing Mitch Trubisky's time with the Bears, it was clear and evident that Matt Nagy did not set up an offense that was geared to help Mitch Trubisky succeed, and it was not an offense geared to Mitch Trubisky's skill set. One quarterback that I've always compared Mitchell Trubisky to was a guy like Jake Plummer. Jake Plummer was a guy who was very talented. He can get outside of the pocket. He was very mobile, and the bootlegs very well for his career. And Mitch Trubisky is that same type of quarterback where he is better on the move. You can use his athleticism as a weapon. And with a guy like Najee Harris, he can be a very successful quarterback in an RPO type of offense. The Steelers currently have now Matt Canada as their offensive coordinator, and he's been able to produce some very good Steelers offenses. Even though Ben Roethlisberger was a bit of a shell of himself the last 2 seasons of his career, Matt Canada's offense has still gotten a lot out of Ben Roethlisberger, and I believe he can do the very same with Mitchell Trubisky. Now, the holdup is them drafting Kenny Pickett in the first round of this year's draft. Now, my personal belief on Kenny Pickett is that he is a quarterback that is going to take some time to develop, and he's going to take some time to grow. And the best thing to do for Kenny Pickett is not start him right away. Even though they drafted him to be the quarterback of their future, I believe Mitchell Trubisky can be the guy that can have them be very successful in 2022. Mitchell Trubisky, like I said before, he's a very talented quarterback that was drafted into a bad situation with the Chicago Bears. Now he's moved on. He's had a year to spend outside of Matt Nagy's offense. He spent last year with the Buffalo Bills with Brian Daboll. And now he gets another very quality offensive man in Matt Canada, who's able to do a lot of different things in his offense. The running game for the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to be a big strength, and that is going to play a big part in Mitchell Trubisky, I believe, having success in 2022. And he also has some very top-tier weapons to pair along with him, with Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, and George Pickens that they drafted in this year's draft as well, as long as second-year tight end Pat Fryer moved. Najee Harris is a guy that is very physical. He can do a lot of things out of the backfield, and he can do a lot of the things out of the passing game as well. Mitchell Trubisky is a guy that can do a lot with the RPOs and bootlegs set up in Matt Canada's offense. Now, I do believe Matt Canada is going to be a guy that is going to fit an offense around Mitchell Trubisky. He's going to have an offense that is going to cater to his skill set. He's not going to be a guy that's going to sit in this offense and just throw him under the wings like Matt Nagy did. So I do believe that Mitchell Trubisky can be the guy that can hold off Kenny Pickett in 2022. Now, of course, Kenny Pickett isn't going to eventually get his time to shine with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But the benefit of signing Mitchell Trubisky to a 2-year deal is that you can sit Kenny Pickett and you can have him develop, because I personally believe he's not a quarterback that is going to be ready to start week 1, as Mitchell Trubisky will be, especially with the Steelers team set up to still have success now with the guys on your defense and with the guys I mentioned on their offense. Mike Tomlin is a very smart coach. Matt Canada is a very smart offensive mind. So I have no doubt that they will do the things to help Mitchell Trubisky succeed and to get the best out of him, unlike Matt Nagy did with the Bears. And I also personally believe that he will be a guy that is going to have the Pittsburgh Steelers succeed in 2022 and possibly make a playoff push and even make the playoffs as a whole. But those are just my thoughts on Mitchell Trubisky with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I would like to see what you guys think, so leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you have gotten to this part of the video and you have not leave it a like, please leave it a like. And if you have not subscribed, go ahead, click that subscribe button and notification bell so you will not miss a single video. But I am APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe, have a great and excellent day, and I will catch you guys on the next vid. Peace.